Facebook ads fails. But wait, not before you go. I guess it's a common mistake for you to have a very successful campaign. I mean, you've been hearing that Facebook ads is dead, Facebook does not work, Facebook ads is rubbish, and all of that from different marketers. But here, I'm trying to tell you that I've been running Facebook for the past 4 years, and I've had amazing results. This year alone, I'm going to generate over 20k leads on Facebook ad alone in one campaign, just so you know, in one campaign. So, I mean, I can tell you for sure that Facebook ads work, and I've done a lot of numbers. I've spent a lot of money as well running ad campaigns for myself and for other small businesses as well, and for other companies that I actually work with. So I think I'm in that position where I can tell you if Facebook ads works or not. In my last video, I spoke about the works of advertising and how the kind of effects that advertising has for small business owners. So, but then I actually want to make this video so you can be able to understand that if you don't do some things correctly, no matter how much you're willing to spend in your advert, you're most likely going to have a very sad result that you feel like, oh, I spent a lot of money and then I didn't really get the amount of result I'm looking for. So I'm going to share a couple of things that from my experience is going to help you to stay in the right track, or it's going to help you to at least be able to manage a campaign and get a very, very good result. Because obviously nobody can predict how a campaign can go, but you can actually, nobody can tell you how successful a campaign can go. I think that's right to say it, but you can actually predict if a campaign can be successful or not. I can say this for a fact that nobody makes a video content or makes a maybe an ad or a series or whatever thing you actually do that has to do with production and then think in their mind that this is going to be unsuccessful. No, you actually predict or want it to be successful. So, but you cannot control all of these things, but you can predict the success. And this is what the same thing that comes with Facebook ads. It's just, for example, the first mistake that people do, which is the most important thing, is people don't invest in creative. Cannot overemphasize this. I say this to all of the business that I consult for and all of the businesses that I work with, that you have to actually invest in your creative, because your creative is the backbone of your ad. So your creative is what is going to solidify what you are doing, because the creative is what people are going to see. The creative is the ad itself. You don't invest time in making a very, very good ad in terms of putting out a fantastic creative. When I mean creative, I don't mean you having to maybe get expensive gadgets to shoot content, all of that. No, I mean investing in the story, in the ad itself, in the whatever thing you're actually trying to drive home. If you don't invest in making quality, you are going to just have a very shitty result. So you want to make sure that you are investing in the creative itself. And I mean, you want to make sure that anybody that sees your ads know that this particular thing is speaking to me, this particular thing is for me. Do you understand? So that's actually what you want to do. You want to make sure that, you want to make sure that you're making a banger video, that anybody that sees this particular video knows that this thing speaks to them directly, it's addressing their pain points, it creates curiosity, it lets them want to take the next action, which is actually what is going to make you predict that this ad is a fantastic ad. So like I said, make sure you're investing in your creative. Your creative is the bedrock of everything. Forget targeting, forget anything that everybody's telling you about targeting. In fact, the algorithm is getting very smarter. You speak to the next point, which is targeting. People waste too much time on thinking that, oh, I have to target an age 18 to 20, I want to target from age 20 to 45, I want to target male and female. No, I think the algorithm has gotten so smarter, and with the help of AI and a lot of people spending time on social media platforms, this platform actually gotten very smarter, and they, for one, can actually know who these contents are put out are for, and they're going to show it to these people. Do you know what? I can say this for a fact, because most of the campaign I've run this year, especially in the last quarter, that I've actually did numbers, were campaign that I didn't even have to target anybody. I did zero targeting, meaning that I was not targeting anybody, and then I had these amazing results. Results that were mind-blowing. I was able to generate thousands of leads. I might show some of these campaigns here on this video while editing it, and all of that. So, but I was not targeting anybody, and then I was able to do numbers from that particular campaign because I made sure that I invested a lot of time in my ad creative. And another thing about ads, which brings me to the next point, is that ads is about texting and optimization. You want to actually make sure that you're actually texting, create the variety of your campaign. Make sure you have different content style, different approach. Make sure you create different style, then text them out, because obviously, advertising is about it's a thing of numbers. It's a thing of how much you are willing to also spend your budget, which is the next stage, your budget. But also make sure that you're actually testing and you're optimizing, because you want to optimize with data. So advertising is about optimization. It's about texting. It's about seeing, making decisions, making informed decisions based on data. So you see, you test, and then you come out. Your ads keep getting better based on how much your data you are receiving. So make sure that you are actually texting whatever you are doing. Text as much as you can. Optimize. Make sure you're actually using the right budget. You don't need to start with a very massive budget. No, there's what we call scaling in advert. So you put in a little budget, and then you start scaling maybe 10% of your initial budget, 15% based on the data. The local campaign I did earlier this year that I had to do a particular campaign, the ads level had over 5 creative target, obviously on 0 targeting, but then different creative angle that was coming from. And this particular ad actually did pretty good for me, and there were some that flopped, there were some that did better than the rest. So flopped in terms that compared to other campaigns were doing better. There were some I had to shut down and say, because I was doing better, getting better results on this particular ad, let me start killing 5% or 10% of the budget that initially added, little by little, and then that's how you scale. So that's what we call scaling in ads. So you make sure that you actually want to start, even with the smallest budget that you have, start there, and then you can then scale further. So that's actually one thing I also want you to know, because you need to test your ads, invest in your creative, make sure you have budget-friendly campaign. Then the next thing is actually not to overlook metrics. So that some metrics that obviously they don't count, they are like vanity metrics, they are business metrics. Right? There are metrics that are very important that you want to look at. So look at that particular metric that is priority for you. If you want a lead campaign, you want to know some metric that will be very important for you is to know how much are you spending to get one lead. So what is your CPL? How much are you spending to get one lead? How much are you spending in terms of what is your frequency, for example? I'm very keen on filters. I want to know what's the frequency of my ads. I want to see my CPL. I want to see how much I've spent so far. I want to see how much leads I've gotten compared to how much I've spent. So is it expensive? Am I thinking it's expensive for me to get one customer compared to the next ad down, comparing it again? So these are some things you need to make sure that you're not negating metrics, because metrics are going to help you to make decisions. Metrics are going to help you to make decisions. This is very, very key and very, very important. Setting the right budgets, having your ad copy. To be very honest, your ad copy needs to also speak to the people as well as your ad creative. Make sure your copy, what people are going to read. Your primary text is very nice, it's very cool. People are reading it, they understand the message, they can get what you're trying to say, they get your point. This is something that you should very, very keen out. And lastly, make sure that you have a very clear call to action. Make sure they have a very clear to action. Just so that I'm telling you now, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you're watching me, you're enjoying this content, subscribe to the channel. Why not? You'll be getting a lot of value-packed content over the next few months and years to come on this channel. So why do you want to miss out on something like this? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click on that subscribe button right now. So make sure you have a very clear call to action that you want people to take when you see your ads. That is something that is going to make you stand out. Make sure you have a very clear call to action. And then if you are struggling to get adverts to work for you as a small business owner, or you're looking to hire an agency to actually help you to manage an ad, I do that. I want an agency. You can just go to the description of this video. I'm going to put a name to my email address. You can send me an email. We can get started. We can start working together. I'm going to help you run how to set up a campaign or manage it for you if you want me to manage it for you. And most likely in December, I might be hosting a class where I'm going to teach how to actually run Facebook ads. If you want that, it's going to be a paid class actually, but I'm going to make it as cheap as possible. There's no fixed amount yet. I'm going to make that announcement very soon, maybe next week. My next week content, I'm going to put that out, and then you can actually buy and pay for the class. It's going to be a live class. You can ask me questions, anything you want to learn about advertising. I'm going to spell that out for you so you can make a lot of sales in this December. So, but see you, I come your way in my next video. I'm going to see you in my next video.